Good morning and welcome to Some Good News Lawrenceville. This episode goes out to you all, the kids. I'm Kyle Anderson. Thanks for tuning in. We've been sheltering in place for some time now, and some days are certainly harder than others, but I continue to be encouraged by all of you and by the community that we live in. I love hearing stories from our very own neighbors about ways that we're continuing to encourage and support one another, especially now during these difficult times. And so without any further ado, let's get to some good news. 6-year-old twins, Calvin and Emma, were inspired by an assignment they were given by their art teacher at Ben Franklin Elementary School. They were asked to paint seashells using nail polish and glitter. Well, Calvin and Emma decided to take this project one step further and sell their artwork online to raise money for Homefront and to show support for the teachers in our community. At $2 a seashell, they set a goal to raise $50, but they had no idea the response they would get from our community. Not only did they meet their goal of $50, but they raised $1,400 for Homefront. Not only is 9-year-old Camilla helping out at the New Beginnings Food Pantry, helping to feed over 375 families each week in Lawrence Township, but she's also writing notes and decorating brown bags with positive messages to give to the children who participate in the breakfast program at Every Child Valued here in Lawrence Township. 13-year-old Isaac was so grateful for the stranger who delivers his family's groceries that he decided he'd leave her a thank you note. Isaac had no idea that she'd write him a note back. Inspired by his kind words, Queenie from Peapod thanked him and said it's small gestures like this, heartfelt words that make all the difference. And finally, celebrating a birthday in quarantine is no fun. That is, of course, unless you live in Lawrenceville. Members of our community have taken it upon themselves to organize birthday parades for children who can't have birthday parties because of the quarantine. Not only have these been special events for the birthday boy or birthday girl, but they've been a meaningful way to bring our community together. This morning, in Pastor Louise's sermon, we're going to hear about 3 women from Scripture who are nameless. We don't even know their names. But nevertheless, they have a significant impact on those that are around them. In times like these, it can be really easy for us to feel powerless, to feel like there's nothing that we can do to help out. But I think if we learn anything from these women in Scripture, and certainly from this pandemic, from Calvin and Emma, from Camilla, or from Isaac, it's that all of us, any one of us, can have a significant impact on those around us, regardless of our age or our ability. And so this week, I want to challenge you to be creative, to think about the things that you enjoy doing, and how you might use those things to encourage someone this week. And remember, like John Krasinski always says on the Real Some Good News, it doesn't matter how dark things get. There's always some good in the world. When you and I seek to encourage one another and to love one another in these ways, we represent that good. And so that does it for this week's edition of Some Good News. Until next time, see ya.